What's going on, LATD Nation? Welcome back to the channel. We got a special video for y'all today. We hope you had a Merry Christmas, and we hope y'all have a Happy New Year. And with that being said, we're going to go look at the details of our top 10 favorite movies of the year.
Yes, sir. Second annual list. Can't believe it.
It's already been a year?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
It's been a year since we did our last list, and we did our first annual top 10 movie list of the year.
That y'all should go watch. Or 2024. Now.
So, I was looking back on it the other day. I'm like, man, we come far.
Yeah, man. Like, I remember we just had this poster.
Yeah.
Actually, we didn't even have this one. We had a Coastal poster. This Johnny
We've
Silverhand.
come a long,
we got one.
long
Yeah,
way
man.
for sure.
Yeah, but with that being said, man, this list for me was hard to make, mainly because it hurt to leave so many movies out that I really wanted to put on this list. So, because I got a good bit of honorable mentions real quick. So about 7 of them. And this one really hurt. From kind of like lowest to highest. Mm-hmm. See what I did there? Highest to lowest, one of them days.
Really? Highest and lowest didn't make the top 10?
Nah.
Really?
Nah, it's not. And the thing is, it's not that none of these movies are good to me. It's just the fact that the other movies are better.
Yeah, I can say that.
Because it's like highest to lowest wasn't good. I don't care what FD signifiers say. I rock with you though, bro. But highest to lowest, one of them days was really good. That came out like January of this year.
Yeah, and you know what's
Lord.
funny? When I was thinking of my list, one of them days is actually one of the ones I was thinking of, but I didn't really give much thought into putting it on the list for real.
Yeah,
real.
But it was solid.
Yeah.
Ballerina is another one. That one didn't make the list mainly because it didn't really have much story to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Den of Thieves 2. Nobody really thought too much of that movie, but I always did like the first Den of Thieves and this one too. And I look forward to this one. It was cool. Magazine Dreams.
Forgot about that movie.
Yeah. It's because it's so forgettable. That's why it's down here. But
I forgot that movie even existed. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Yeah, it's a good movie for what it is.
It was a good movie. It just, God damn, like it just
Yeah,
must not have done nothing for me for real. And
Exactly.
the performance was really good. Say what you will about the actor.
Right, yeah. Like Jonathan Majors, we don't know who he is outside of like the movies
I do remember specifically saying whole time. What did I say? I said whole time. This is who he really is, anyways.
Oh, right. yeah, I remember that. It kind of wouldn't surprise me.
I wouldn't. Yeah,
for real. From what we know, like real quick, I don't think he wasn't guilty of all the things that he was charged for. Mm-hmm. But I ain't gonna lie, that don't mean that he's completely innocent either. Like I
have a hard time thinking he's completely and totally innocent.
Yeah, because before that trial, I was like, "Ain't no way he did that for real." You didn't think he did this, but when the stuff evidence started coming out, I was like, "Okay,
There's more smoke
maybe
to the fire than you think."
Yeah, people wanted to get on feminism, but I'm like, maybe feminists got a point this time. Like it is, well, they got a point a good bit of the time, but it's like anyway, let's keep going.
Specifically with this, but
yeah,
sure.
Like, and then F1.
Really,
I wanted to put it on the list. I wanted to so bad. But
I'm surprised by that one, to be real with you.
Yeah, I loved this movie, but the only reason why it didn't make the top 10 is because it was cooler during the driving and racing scenes than it was the actual, like, outside the racing scene. That's why it didn't make the top 10 for me.
Okay.
Avatar, Fire and Ash.
Okay.
Same reason, same critiques that we gave, what I'm saying? Not much of a story. Brave New, and then at the top of the honorable mention list, I just pretty much just said it. Captain America, Brave New World. Anthony Mackie, one of my favorite actors of all time, ever since 8 Mile.
For sure.
Ever since 8 Mile.
This guy's a gangster. His real name is Clarence.
And Clarence's parents have a real good marriage. Clarence
Clarence lives at home with both parents.
Yeah.
And Clarence's parents have a real good marriage.
This one hurt the most because it's like I'm one of the bigger defenders of
this movie.
This movie, yeah. But the only reason why it's this low too is mainly if it didn't have the stories if the story wasn't weighed down by like the fact that you needed to watch the 2003 Hulk to understand what was going on, then it would be higher. Because it's like, but for me, I really did enjoy this movie. I gave it an 8 out of 10, but But for everybody else, if they criticize a story because of this and said they were confused, that's why I don't blame you for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If people gave this like a 7 out of 8 and 7 out of 10 or really critiqued it for that, I was like, yeah, I agree. Because that's his biggest flaw.
Okay.
But I think it's underrated for what it is, but it just wasn't enough to make the top 10 list.
And that's everything for you?
Yeah, that's everything for me.
All right, yeah.
My
Starting with my honorable mentions, Avatar, Fire and Ash.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same reason, yep.
I was thinking about going back and forth with this movie. If this had been Way of Water, it would have made my top 10.
Yeah, okay.
If we had did this in 22, that would have for sure been in my top 10.
We should have.
I love not for real. I love Avatar Way of Water. And I like Avatar Fire and Ash, but like you said, the same criticisms kind of is what threw it in the category of honorable mention for me, because to me, honestly, this movie, it's still good, but it's a predictable good, and it didn't really do enough to really warrant a top 10 spot, because I just kind of feel like what they did, they've done before, and it was done worse, like the worst as it's been done throughout the franchise, in my opinion. Even with, and I was thinking, because I was like, even with Quaritch and Varong, outside of that, I really don't know how much merit I could give this movie, honestly. I mean, I still love the characters, I still love the world, I still love everything that they're doing, but you take them characters away, RDA, who really cares?
Yeah, who really? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And on top of that, Spider, I like Spider in the movie, but but after people were saying that he was probably the worst one, I was thinking, maybe, he was cool to me, but I get it, because his dialogue was pretty trash.
For sure.
Yeah,
it was just but it's kind of hard to act in an almost completely CGI movie. So
agree.
Give him credit where it's due, but I agree that it wasn't really the best performance. It definitely felt wooden. Yeah. I kind of feel like that's a criticism that I could give all of these movies to a degree, because almost all the human characters, in my opinion, outside of Quaritch,
and
feel kind of I would say Grace too.
And Grace, I agree with that.
But I digress. Moving forward,
yeah.
Another honorable mention: Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning, or The Final Reckoning, rather.
Yeah, I didn't care much for that one.
I liked it a lot more when it first came out, but as I was making this list and I was really thinking about it, this movie really has no footnote for me.
Nah.
Like, it doesn't really stick out in my canon, in my head canon, as a movie that kind of defined this year. So while I enjoyed it, and I am a big fan of the Mission Impossible franchise, I liked it less than I liked Dead Reckoning, and I liked it less than I liked Fallout. So for that reason, couldn't make the top 10. All right, another one of my honorable mentions is going to be actually Final Destination Bloodlines. Thoroughly enjoyed that movie.
Did too. Well, I
thoroughly enjoyed that movie. Think it's the best of the franchise. Elevated it.
Oh, definitely better than the first.
Oh yeah, for sure. When we reviewed it, I mean, you can go back. You can see we wasn't necessarily too high on that movie.
Nah, not really. Yeah, I thought it was actually pretty whack.
Yeah, I mean, it was all right, but yeah, no, that movie definitely Bloodlines, very solid, enjoyable movie, in the sense that, you know, it's just kind of a summer blockbuster horror movie, which is a welcome thing because we don't really get too many of those nowadays. So it kind of felt like a little bit of an event, and it was a really good time. I remember the audience being very interactive with this movie throughout. The blood, the kills got everybody involved.
Lord.
Oh, most definitely.
That opening scene.
Yeah, and I got to give credit where it's due. Definitely shout it out. The final performance by one Tony Todd.
Rest in peace, legend.
Rest in peace, legend, and Tony Todd.
Yeah.
I was just playing Indiana Jones and the Great Circle as one of his final roles.
Really?
Yeah, as the giant in there. Great performance, by the way. But yeah, definitely, I would say. And another one, this one kind of hurt me. Mickey 17.
Oh,
yeah.
Lord. Yeah.
As much as I wanted to, I love Mickey. And you know the thing about Mickey 17, it is one of them movies that sticks out as being an essential part of our viewing experience this year in theaters, especially since it was like the first movie we reviewed this year. If you look back, as far as I'm concerned, I think it is. But I think it's more of a case of maybe it's a recency bias thing. So maybe if I go back and I rewatch Mickey 17, maybe it'll go back to being in that top 10. But as of right now, it's just outside.
Yeah.
Like if any movie out of these few that I mentioned was gonna make it, it would have been that.
Yeah. It's just it's a case of the other ones were just better.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, on to your top 10. Our top 10.
Whew. Well, with that being said, man, at number 10,
I can't wait to hear it.
I got Thunderbolts.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Thunderbolts for me was more than just another Marvel movie. It didn't have the same. Okay, yeah, it did. It had the same amount of jokes, the humor, but it was more than that though. It had a lot of heart to it. It had a lot of warmth to it. It had a good message about your mental health, especially with Robbie Reynolds, Century. I forgot who played him again.
I can't even remember, to be honest with you. Florence Pugh was definitely a standout in that movie,
yeah,
for sure. She's really just a standout in the MCU, if you ask me, especially the modern MCU lineup. She's one of the stronger characters, not just in terms of performance, but actual characterization.
No, I agree.
Which I think is what the MCU, especially recently, has been lacking, in my opinion.
Right. I agree. This is easily one of, you know what? I forgot another Marvel movie that I could have put on here.
What?
F4.
Oh yeah, Fantastic Four. I had thought about it. It didn't make my list.
I forgot it, but it's all good. It'll be all right. But all in all, yeah, Lewis Pullman, who played Sentry, he's probably one of my favorite MCU characters.
Yeah,
not of all time, but definitely as of late because of his performance and being Robbie Reynolds, you know, a former drug. Yeah, and you know he's trying to turn his life around, dealing with depression and everything, and all the different conflicts that all these characters go through, like Florence Pugh, what's her name, Yelena, her being very like lonely. Same thing with David Arbor's Alexei or Red Guardian, who wants more purpose in life. What's his name, Wyatt Russell, U.S. agent I
actually did enjoy Wyatt Russell a lot.
Yeah, he's very much that stereotypical. I'm hiding my insecurity behind a fake wall of pride type deal.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, that a lot of people that we know have.
And they really did a good job of fleshing him out beyond how he was introduced in, what was that, Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Falcon and Winter Soldier, yep. And it's like, he was a big standout for that for me. And I wish they didn't kill our Taskmaster though, but hopefully.
Early too.
Yeah, man. Hopefully this is a good standpoint to have a good position to bring in Tony Masters as Taskmaster, a good comic accurate version of Taskmaster, because she easily had the most like hate going into this movie, especially because of Black Widow. But yeah, man, Thunderbolts, great movie. I personally loved it, and let's keep it going. I don't know what Ava Starr had, or Ghost, played by Hannah John Kamen.
Shit, I don't know.
Like, I don't know what she actually had going on. I guess her powers were kind of hurting her and everything. So
it was something like that.
Yeah, everybody's dealing with something. I love the message in it. But anyway, keep going on. At number 9.
Shit, well, we can alternate.
Oh yeah,
we can do that.
My fault.
Nah, you good. It's
my fault.
Now, number 10 for me, very recent one. One of the last movies we just seen in theaters, as a matter of fact. Wake Up Dead Man. Knives Out Mystery. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm a big fan of the Knives Out movies. In my personal opinion, my favorites is Glass Onion. Glass Onion is my favorite, ahead of the original.
Same.
But that's not to take away from how good the original was. That was a great foundation. And Rian Johnson, despite what a lot of people say about him, has shown himself to be one of the most talented directors working today. I'll stamp that. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care how bad you think Last Jedi was. He directed Ozymandias in Breaking Bad. The best episode, one of the best episodes in TV history. So I don't want to hear anybody say he ain't got no talent. But
yeah, that's just one mess up.
Yeah, shit. Not even a mess up in my opinion, but
did Last Jedi?
Anyways, before I get started.
It was more like a kick in the ass.
Now, Wake Up Dead Man has done the Knives Out formula that has been introduced, that has already been done before, and brings it in a way to where it's a more, I guess you would say it's a darker movie.
Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely darker. It's a lot more thematically dense. It has a lot more sort of, I guess you could say, weightier themes, but it's still done with that trademark sense of like fun and humor, adventure. I actually will say that that pastor, I can't even remember his name.
The one Josh Brolin played. I got you.
No, not him.
The dude from Challengers.
Yeah.
That's another movie I could have put on here.
Yeah. Matter of fact, wait, that came out this year?
I think so.
That Challengers came out last year.
Let's see.
We're talking about the movie with Zendaya?
Yeah, the movie
That was
in
last
there.
year.
That was last year?
That was one of the very first movies we ever reviewed.
Good God.
That's what I'm
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you were exactly
That's
right.
April of last year, if I'm not mistaken. But I digress. Yeah, he put on a great performance. One of the best performances of the year, in my opinion, as somebody who has a shady past but is trying to go straight.
Kit Burden.
Yeah, and you see the conflict within him trying to walk the straight and narrow and try to be what he's decided to become. And then he's a great foil to Benoit Blanc, once again played amazingly by Daniel Craig, becoming one of my favorite film characters of modern times. Every time I see Benoit Blanc, I'm like, oh shit, he ain't playing. They not playing.
Exactly.
When he walked in this movie, we walked in the church, I said, oh, here we go.
I lied. The dude's name is not Kit Burden. I didn't see the picture right. It's Josh O'Connor.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say,
I'm tripping there. I was like, that way. I know that ain't right. He said stunt performer. I'm like, what?
Yeah, but them two play off each other very, very well. You kind of see a different. One thing I really like about the Knives Out movies is that every iteration you see more sides to Benoit Blanc. You see different, because the mystery kind of puts him in a space to where you see his perspective on not just the people and the mystery, but the scenario itself. So it's really cool to see this different sort of almost antagonistic version of him and that side of him. And the mystery was as well done as ever.
I agree.
He can write a mystery, shit, like it's nothing.
Right. Because my favorite character in all those movies is easily Benoit Blanc, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I like how that his big I never. Yeah. I saw Cinema Wins Everything Great About Glass Onion.
Yeah.
And they made a great point about that's just a character. Like this dude is a lot more observant than, well, he's a detective, but he's a lot more observant and aware of the world than a lot of
he comes off.
Yeah, because that whole goofy, I say, you know what I'm saying?
The Foghorn Leghorn type.
The Foghorn Leghorn type.
Because, it's funny when you really think about that, because I can actually echo that, because I remember watching the first Knives Out movie and he kind of threw me off myself. I was kind of like, the fuck? Who is this?
Yeah.
But then as time went on and you start to see his process and you start to see how he navigates the world, you really start to see, oh, this guy is the real deal. Especially sitting down. I can't remember who he said it to, but he said something is afoot with this whole affair. And at that point, I was like, okay, Blanc.
On Glass Onion?
Yeah, in Knives Out, the original. Because this is the very first time I ever seen any of these movies. This is when it first came out. He said something is afoot with this whole affair. I said, all right, Blanc. I see you.
Tight.
I see you. Tight. I'm like, this guy wanted to watch out. He's not as inept as people might think.
Right, but
he's eccentric.
But that's what he wants.
Yeah.
I don't even think he's as eccentric as people might think.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what he wants. He wants his suspects to be on their toes, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
That's all I pretty much have to say about Wake Up Dead Man.
Yes, sir.
Great movie. Definitely enjoyed it. Keep them coming, Netflix. I'm not bored with them yet. They're supposed to be I think they said they're going to make as many as people support them. Mm-hmm. Something like that. So, hey, let's keep it going.
Oh, snap. One thing I didn't realize, my number 9, well, I did realize this. I put it here. But number 9 is Predator Killer of Killers.
Really?
The Hulu exclusive. That's why I asked if you wanted to do theatrical releases.
I can understand.
Because if you would have said no, I would have happily put on one of my honorable mentions on there.
Yeah.
It probably would have been Brave New World.
Yeah.
But Predator Killer of Killers is like an anthology series or anthology movie that tracks the 3 different characters. Ursa, who is who's a Viking. What's his name? Kenji, who's like a shinobi samurai, you know. And Torres, who played by Rick Gonzalez of all people. If y'all know Rick Gonzalez, he was in Coach Carter as Timo Cruz. Timo Cruz.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Torres starting off with it really starts off with Ursa, who's a Viking who's obsessed with revenge, and everything, and she wants to kill this one guy, but then next thing you know, boom, bam, bam, the Predator shows up, and he's a big, beefy, strong bodybuilder looking Predator, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, ironically.
Yeah.
And they throw down there. It's pretty simple as far as like the Predators coming through. They kill them, woo out the wham, and then Kenji has a vendetta with his brother. His father pretty much kicks him out of the family, and he wants to save his brother before that happens too. No, he duels his brother, but wants his brother's love back, because since Kenji grew up with the shinobi side, and his brother grew up with the samurai side, and you already know clash, fight. But then they tag team this another Predator, which people call like the Shinobi Predator or something like that. Which all the designs in here are cool. And then Torres, who's a fighter pilot in World War II, he gets drafted, becomes that pilot, and then he faces the pilot Predator, is what they like to call, and he's like has like a very pirate-esque, one-eye, patch-eyed aesthetic to him. And overall, like I thought this was really good, not just because of the Predators themselves, but because there's an actual story and lore here. I like that even in the end they get captured because because it's called Killer of Killers. And they killed all of the Predators pretty much.
I didn't watch it yet.
God damn, bro. You wait till now to say that?
I ain't watch it yet.
And then Spider-Man shows up, and then he's like, but anyway, I'll let you watch it. But overall, I really thought this was one of the better Predator movies out there because a lot of them ever since Predator 2 have been kind of hit or miss. Predators in 2010 with
that was Topher Grace.
With Topher Grace and Mahershala Ali in them, even though he wasn't as big as he is now.
Definitely not.
And have been very hit. The 2018 Predator movie.
Yeah. Shane Black's. Yeah.
Yeah. It like this was one of the few bright spots like Prey was back in like 21. So
okay. Was that 21 and 22? That's one that's 22.
Probably, I think it's 22.
Yeah.
It's like, man,
because I remember watching it when I first came home from school, so it would have been 22.
Yeah, my bad.
Nah, you good.
No, my bad about you not seeing Killer of Killers, bro. Because it's like, god dang, bro, man. But anyway, yeah, man. There's really ain't really much else to say about this. It's a very simple plot.
Yeah.
But it's very complex as well.
Okay.
And all at the same time, it's nuanced. Yeah, it has a lot of heart to it. There's a lot of drive and focus in it put into this. The animation is beautiful and stylish. Like it's very out of the box for a Predator movie.
Okay.
I'll put it like that.
I like to hear that.
Yes, sir.
All right. So you done? That's it?
Yeah.
All right.
That's about it.
So my 9 is actually gonna be Predator Badlands. Funny enough.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, now Predator Badlands. First, I think it's the first Predator movie that is exclusively just the Predator, without any sort of human, any kind of interaction, whatnot. And I think that was actually a very good decision because despite that, the movie does a really good job with its character work.
Oh,
really,
definitely.
really good job with his character work.
Even the Predator Deck himself was well done.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Deck definitely is the first Predator that makes you care, because it's an interesting angle, because this is the first time that the Predator is the protagonist as opposed to the humans. And I think that that's a good concept, and it works in the sense that you get to see another side of what the Predators are. You get a little bit more insight into their culture at the beginning and the end.
Yeah.
And their whole traditions and what they value as far as within their community. And I think that it's a very simple story when you really think about it, when you really kind of analyze what's going on, but it works because of the characters.
Definitely. Oh, definitely.
100%.
Elle Fanning, another one.
Elle Fanning, in my opinion, one of the best standout performances, maybe of the year, honestly. I think that was a really underrated performance in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Like, she brought a lot of light and heart to the movie,
she
too.
Did.
That wouldn't have been there if she wasn't there.
Yeah, exactly. And then another thing I give this movie credit to, the CGI, smooth, seamless.
Oh, yeah. Like, you see all of Deck's emotions, like, which you hardly ever see any from a Predator.
Exactly.
Like, you see his emotion when his spoilers, yeah. When his brother dies and all that, and you get all of it.
Yeah.
And that first scene is just tough to watch because it's sad. You see the sadness, you see the happiness, you see the anger, the joy. Like you see all of it as far as the CGI.
Facts, exactly. And I think that that's what makes it. And it's simple, too.
Oh, yeah.
It's simple. It's basically just him hunting this creature in order to bring home to prove that he's worthy as a member of his clan. And along the way, he starts to discover more of what it means to be a person and define your own path and create your own perspective in the world rather than just doing what everybody expects you to do. And that's a lesson that I really enjoyed with it. And also the action, which, I mean, it's a Predator movie,
Top tier.
Even by Predator standards, it was a different level. And I think that they really took advantage of the Predator being the main protagonist because you got to see certain things that you probably wouldn't get to see in other Predator movies. You got to see Predator kind of be backed into a corner, be more vulnerable against other creatures that are a little bit different. And then lastly, I like that it expanded the world and expanded the universe because, I mean, as we know, Elle Fanning, she's a Weyland-Yutani synthetic. Android synthetic, whatever you want to call it. And it really adds another layer to the fact that they're gearing for another potential crossover in the world, which I hope they do soon with this new direction with both franchises. Because if they keep going like this, they got themselves one.
Right.
But that's all I got to say about Predator Badlands. Solid movie.
Definitely. Now, my number 8 is a little unconventional.
Okay.
Which is The Bad Guys 2.
Okay.
If y'all know, I love animated movies as well as live action. But the first Bad Guys, I love that movie as well. And this one is no different. Like, this movie for me isn't like a 10 per se, but it's a good solid 8.9 because I just like it because it's just so fun to watch. Like, it's not just like for little kids to enjoy. Adults can enjoy this one too. It has a good plot. It has a good plot line as far as the bad guys trying to reform themselves, and because in the first movie they're robbers, they're jewel thieves. Like, they're not evil per se, but they're just like your standard typical burglars and robbers and all that, and
things like
they
that,
steal a whole bunch of gold. And this one, they're actually trying to do good and be in society. And it has a good like little lesson about how former criminals have like a harder time readjusting to society versus people who haven't been in the jail before and everything like that. And that's one thing I really accepted because it has a good question about identity. And how do you see yourself? Should you just go back to what made you rich before, or do you want to, really want to reform yourself and just be, the best version of yourself, essentially like that. Sam Rockwell played Mr. Wolf, great job. Craig Robinson, Mr. Shark. Awkwafina, I'm not the biggest fan of Awkwafina, but when she plays Miss Tarantula, I'm like, that's cool. I can see this, Same thing with the rest of the cast. Danielle Brooks, who played Kitty Cat. Fire. And yeah, man, it's just a really fun, wild time at the movies. Like I went to see this like twice, bro. I'm not gonna lie. When it came out on Apple TV, yep, download. So you already know how it is, man.
Okay.
Yeah, but Bad Guys 2, great movie. Take your kids, take yourselves to go see it, please. Well, shit, you can't go see it now, but get it when you can. Anyway, man. But that's my number 8.
Shit. All right, my number 8 is gonna be Superman.
Oh, I forgot about Superman.
You forgot about Superman?
I forgot about Superman.
That's actually crazy. You forgot about James Gunn's Superman?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Now, this right here was one of my probably my most anticipated movie of the summer, actually.
I might have to redo my top 10.
This movie right here, I couldn't wait because as a lot of people probably don't realize, I'm actually a bigger fan of the DC universe than the Marvel universe in terms of the universes, in terms of the characters that are there, in terms of the timeline, in terms of how the storyline is. I'm a bigger fan of the DC universe, but the Marvel universe in terms of the live action has been destroying it for over a decade at this point. Easily. Mm-hmm. And the DCEU was one of the biggest is one of the biggest disappointments for me of all time. Easily. Because Batman is my favorite superhero of all time. And to be fair, they did him right in the DCEU, in my opinion, with Ben Affleck's Batman. But the problem is that they didn't give him time to be fleshed out. And they basically doomed the universe to fail before it really got off the ground by doing Justice League instead of building up their individual characters and projects.
Yeah, because they just skipped over Cyborgs and Flashes.
And that's what I'm saying.
And you didn't get Aquaman until after that, too.
And that's what I'm saying, because they did that, there was no real excitement in seeing these characters team up. There's no stakes, because like when Avengers came out, the thing is that not only was it just thrill for the fact that this is the first time we're seeing a live action Avengers movie, they gave us a reason to actually care about these characters outside of just that.
Right.
Like you actually had real emotional investment with this movie, and really all of them, except for maybe a few characters, you got no real reason to care. And I think that's what really did it. And now Man of Steel is a movie that I do like, but and I will say that me, Henry Cavill's performance as Superman, I still don't think he ever really got a chance to show what he could really do with it.
I agree.
Because the last time you see him in the universe was the end of Black Adam. And at that point, you hadn't seen him in years at that point already. And I think that they didn't give him a chance, because I remember he came back to life in Justice League, and he was more the Superman that you expect him to be. Hopeful, cheerful, cracking jokes, things like that. So it's a shame that we didn't really get to see.
I never watched Justice League.
Really?
Man, it was hard for me to watch. I'm not even about to lie. Like it was.
They
like,
did Steppenwolf dirty. I'll tell you that.
Oh, I bet they even show Darkseid, my favorite villain of all time.
Yeah, but it's just like they really shot themselves in the foot. So when James Gunn was announced as the director, the overseer, basically with the Kevin Feige of the DCU continuity, and they were rebooting everything. Boy, when I tell you, I was excited to hear that, because James Gunn, Guardians of the Galaxy, one of my favorite movies of all time. Mm-hmm. Guardians 2, one of my favorite movies of that decade. Guardians 3, my favorite MCU movie probably since Endgame?
Since Endgame.
No, I lied. Since No Way Home.
No Way Home I like No Way Home.
Yeah, but I'll say that gave me a lot of hope, because James Gunn is a comic book nerd. He understands superhero movies, and I think he really understood the assignment with Superman, because this movie is bright, this movie is colorful, it's cheerful. I remember when we were in the theaters and I said that this movie, it's like you're watching a comic book come to life. Right. Like it's almost like you can see the dialogue bubble on the screen because of just how true it feels to being a comic book.
To be honest, this feels like the most comic accurate version of Superman that we've ever gotten in live action.
I agree.
Other than Christopher, I don't even think he was really even that accurate, because this one had the solar radiation, the super bots in it, which we've never seen in a Superman movie, I don't think. I thought I should have put this one on my list too. Damn, I just didn't think of all of this stuff. But that's why, man, if I would have known that, if I would have remembered, Bad Guys 2 wouldn't have been on here. Killers wouldn't have been on here either.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyway, this movie definitely was one of the better DC movies, and that ain't really saying too much, but
to still give the movie credit, it is a great movie.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like especially the characters too.
Easily.
Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner was a standout, but especially Mr. Terrific.
I'm about to say Mr. Terrific stole the show.
And first of all, Eddie Gathegi really deserved way more credit than he ever did before.
Yeah.
Because they did him too dirty in X-Men First Class. How you kill an unkillable character? And they're like,
they're going to find a way.
That pissed me off to know. And the only other movie I saw Eddie Gathegi in before this one was The Harder They Fall with Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
That came out on Netflix, and he killed his role in that too. Like he's a good actor.
Yeah, he had great comedic timing in this movie. Like his disposition, just being perpetually annoyed by everyone, everything around him. Disposition was great.
Because he was the smartest one in the room, and he knew it.
Yeah, comedic timing was amazing. But
you brought that dog, man.
Yeah. But I definitely got to give credit to David Cornsweet.
David Cornsweet, yep.
Yeah, his performance as Superman, loved it. Loved everything about it. It embodies the hopefulness of Superman. It embodies the optimism of Superman. It just was a very heartfelt, moving performance for me. It was just cool to see somebody just be that righteous and that stalwart. Kind of like what Lois said in the movie. what did he say? He said being kind is like rock star, something like that, or is punk,
Right, yeah,
something
like
along the lines.
Nicholas Hoult too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Nicholas Hoult standout for sure as Luthor.
Yeah, now for me, I liked his version of Luthor as well. But normally in the comics, Luthor is more kind of calm and suave about this stuff. Like he's definitely jealous of Superman.
But maybe this is a younger Luthor.
Yeah.
So, because it's established in the movie, he's only been Superman for like 3 years.
Oh, word. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, so he hasn't grown into that Luthor yet.
Like that would be but it would be good to see.
Yeah.
Like I can't wait to see what else James Gunn does.
Yep.
Well, shoot, we got Supergirl coming next year in May.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I'm
June,
definitely this is the most excited I've been for a DC movie outside of the solo Batman movies in years.
Right.
Batman Part 2. I still need that expeditiously.
I said this on the TikTok video that y'all should probably go watch on TikTok at LATD or look at the details. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
And I said this on the video. I can't wait to see Jason Momoa as Lobo.
That's
Like that is a perfect combo.
Perfect casting.
Because Lobo is a very eccentric character in all of DC. Truth be told, as much as Slade is Deadpool's inspiration,
Yeah.
you could say that consider Lobo to be DC's version of Deadpool because they're both eccentric, just in their own ways. Lobo being more of that punk rock and Deadpool being more of that Deadpool, and it's like, and Lobo is like always, to me, has always been like that kind of badass, like don't take no shit, don't give no shit from nobody.
Lobo, in the way that he sort of shows up anywhere in the corner of the galaxy, almost reminds me of Cad Bane. In the sense that he can just show up out of nowhere. Has more so this almost lone wanderer sort of aesthetic can appear out of nowhere. But yeah, that's a really, really pitch perfect casting. Yeah, because that's gonna work so much better than he ever worked as Aquaman.
Yeah, I will 100% agree, bro. Because I saw the Fast 9 or Fast X or either one.
Yeah, wish it.
And he was one of the better standout actors in that movie, playing Hernan Reyes' son from Fast 5.
Yeah,
like he killed that role, and I'm like, when they cast him as Lobo, I was like, that James Gunn know what he doing.
Because I think one of the things that I love most about James Gunn as a writer for superhero movies, comic book movies in general, is that he's more willing to embrace the more absurd, out there aspects of comic books. Mm-hmm. I mean, you look no further than not just Guardians, but also Suicide Squad 2021. Mm-hmm. He's more willing to...
One of my favorite movies of all time.
Easily one of my favorite. Easily one of the best movies in the DCU. Mm-hmm. One of the only ones that was truly worth a damn. Even on its own.
Type.
But yeah, no, it's just like he understands how these characters work, what makes them work, what makes them don't work. He's got a Swamp Thing movie on the way. He got a Clayface movie on the way. So it's going to be interesting to see him take those more absurdist aspects and make them into a full-fledged property identity. Like even in the beginning of the movie Superman, when they were first getting started, it's him and the Justice Society versus that giant like creature, whatever. Mm-hmm. That's a perfect example right there of just him embracing the more cosmic, out there aspects of it. When he gets thrown into the Phantom Zone, he meets Metamorpho, just stuff like that. So I really am excited to see where he takes not just Superman, but the DCU in general. I think it's off to a very strong start.
I 100% agree. Now, with my number 7, I have Wake Up Dead Man.
Okay. Hey, yes, sir.
Now, my opinion on Wake Up Dead Man, solid 8.9 out of 10, for me. Daniel Craig kills it as Benoit Blanc, of course.
As to be expected.
Andrew Scott as Lee Ross was cool. Kaylee Spaney as Simone was cool.
Jeremy Renner was good.
Jeremy Renner especially, because I feel like Jeremy Renner doesn't get a lot of credit for his roles either.
I don't think so either.
Like that he deserves. Like I even saw that Tag movie, which is a very funny movie.
I actually do like that movie.
Yeah, and he's one of the standouts in that movie. He's a very good actor. I think in a way he kind of does get a little bit of typecast, but anyway. Kerry Washington, another standout. Really, all these performances were fire.
This might be one of the best. This might be among the best supporting cast of the franchise so far.
Yeah, I can agree. I can agree with that.
It's because Josh Brolin definitely put his foot in that role.
Yeah, Josh Brolin as the preacher, as Jefferson, something
like that. Yeah.
But Jeffrey Wright he doesn't show up until like the end of the movie.
Jeffrey Wright is barely in that movie.
Dang. I love Jeffrey Wright. One of my favorite actors of all time. Even with the little that he has, he's great in it. Hopefully, we see more of him in the next one.
They don't usually recycle characters, though. That's the thing. He's not usually in. The only returning character is usually Benoit Blanc.
Yeah, he's kind of like Hercule Poirot.
Essentially.
Yeah, nah. But Josh O'Connor is easily one of my favorite actors as well. He kills his role like with the whole conflict of him trying to, like you said, of him trying to do the right thing versus, him just wanting the power of the church. But you can tell that he wants to do everything the way that, he's a very devout Christian and he wants to do everything the right way.
The way that it's supposed to be done.
Exactly. And but you see characters like Josh Brolin's character Jefferson, who seems to get away with everything, who a lot of people love the most, but it's like, why do people like him get the win type of energy? And that's the biggest plot point that I loved in this movie from him. But like Daniel Craig, man, he's another super underrated actor out there.
I think that because he was so known for being James Bond that he doesn't get credit for any of the other roles that he has outside.
And
I think he does a good job of disappearing as Benoit Blanc, making Benoit Blanc his own character entirely.
Oh yeah,
and not just anything to do with James Bond.
Definitely, I like that everybody in this movie is essentially kind of a sleazebag, except.
Just about everybody. Yeah.
Just about everybody except for Benoit Blanc, though.
Yeah.
Like, cause Kerry I forgot a little bit of the movie, but as much as upstanding as you think Kerry Washington's character is, she knows she's not the worst, but she omits certain truths that would have helped the case get done. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? Daniel McCormick, his character's name is Cy in the movie. He's turns out to be Jefferson's son, and all he wants is the money. Jeremy Renner, same case. All they want is the money. All they want is this big diamond that'll essentially give them superpowers. Give them wealth. Yeah, but
whole time that Uzi diamond that he had put in his head, I don't know what the nigga was thinking.
Yeah, me neither. That was dumb. But another character who played Martha, Glenn Close. Glenn Close. Okay, Glenn Close. All right, cool.
She been around for a long time at that.
Definitely. I forgot what else she was in.
She was in Guardians.
Thank you.
Or to name one.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. And like she was definitely good as that, very fixated, thank you, Lord, type of character. But turns out she's the mastermind behind the whole thing.
Almost like. My bad. But almost kind of like she is intentionally there to almost lead everybody astray in a way.
So she can get away with the diamond.
So she can get what she wants, yeah.
Right. Well, did she want to get away with it? Did she want to destroy it?
Or I think it was something like she wanted to like hide it or something.
Something like that. She didn't want to keep it for herself.
It wasn't altruistic, though. I know she wasn't doing things just for the sake of good. I know that.
I might have to watch it again, but I thought she was definitely trying to hide it, though.
Yeah.
No, they wanted to split the money. That's what it was.
They
wanted to split the money. But Jeremy Renner's character, Nat, he wanted it all for himself because, the power of greed and everything, which is another good lesson in this one, how greed and avarice can take over the soul. The love of money is the root of all evil, know. But, man, that's all I got to say. Great movie. And that's why I made my top 10, man. So, yeah.
Yes, sir. That was your 7th?
That was my 7.
All right, my 7th. One of your honorable mentions, as a matter of fact, highest to lowest.
Really? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Highest to lowest. I love FD, but I kind of feel like he's tripping a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I'm a huge FD Signifier fan, but for me personally, I love this movie. I love the vibe of the movie.
I agree.
I love Denzel's performances. I love Jeffrey Wright's performance. Yeah. I love the plot of the movie. I love the way it was shot. And I just think overall it was a good time. It's not one of the greatest movies ever made, but it was still a fun time. And I did enjoy going to the theater to see this movie specifically. This movie, for whatever reason, kind of gave me one of the most memorable theater experiences of this year. I don't know why that is specifically. I think it's just a day that you kind of reminisce on. You kind of look back on it.
Yeah, man.
And then on top of it, this was one of my favorite movies that we reviewed this year as far as our reviews. Definitely check out the review. Easily one of our best reviews yet, in my opinion. But overall, Spike Lee doing his thing. I would say Denzel doing his thing, and what else is there to say?
Yeah. The only reason why it was in my not in my highest to lowest, I'm tripping, in my honorable mentions is mainly because it was just I wish they did a little bit more with other characters, like especially Jeffrey Wright's character, because I felt like their chemistry played off each other so well. I just wanted a little bit more. Otherwise, it would have made my top 10. But yeah, man, that's all you got on highest to lowest?
I mean, yeah, to be honest with you, I think that is definitely worth a watch. I'd recommend it highly, and yeah.
And I really loved that it was a big love letter to New York.
Yeah.
Because when they name all the streets, he cuts to the different streets and all the different cultural there was a whole festival scene in the movie too with the Bronx.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
And then they even have like real life actors in there. They had Rosie Perez in there.
Rosie Perez, Anthony.
They had Ice Spice in there too.
Yeah, Ice Spice, Anthony Ramos.
So a lot of New York natives and just a lot of New York pride is clearly on display in this movie.
Yeah.
Rocky being the main antagonist.
Yeah.
New York hip hop legend who is finally dropping his new album supposedly in January by time, nigga. But I know you got kids and I know you got Rihanna, but damn.
Yeah, bro.
But with that being said, yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about highest to lowest, man.
And with that being said, I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of flack in the comments for this. Really, from my list as so far, man, whatever. But I'll be all right. But my number 6 is Marty Supreme.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, Marty Supreme, man. We recently saw this.
Very, very recent.
We actually saw this this past weekend.
Yeah.
But Marty Supreme was a pleasant surprise for me. It's almost like in a way like a Magazine Dreams type of esque movie, except it's just better and without all the dang depression.
Yeah.
But it was more akin to Uncut Gems, as y'all know, or if y'all don't know.
Directed by the same person.
Yeah.
Well, one half of the duo.
Yeah, one half of the brothers. Like, I'm actually watching Good Time right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so Marty Supreme, Marty Mauser. Y'all know I'm not gonna spoil too much, but this man is a straight up asshole. He's a piece of shit. Through and through. Because the thing is, he's smart, he's calculating, he's intelligent, but he has the good gift of gab. Definitely. But the problem is he'll step on anybody to get who gets in his way.
Yeah.
And leaves a whole explosion in his wake.
Literally.
And that ain't even a joke. Like, he'll leave stuff, like, people will die around him. Like, he wants to be the top of the table tennis or ping pong world so damn bad. If you get in his way, he ain't
got much use for you.
Exactly. Like, I think deep down he has like somewhat of a heart, but I
think that's only alluded to in very brief moments in the movie. Like,
oh yeah, definitely. Because I think it's more like he has a heart, but his goal of becoming the king of table tennis is more important to him.
To him than anything else.
Like, I even like that there will be moments in the movie where people are actually booing him. You know? People don't want to see this man win. But he don't care.
He definitely is. This movie is an example of, I think he would be a villain in anybody else. I think he would be a villain in somebody else's story.
Yeah. And I watched Double Toast's review on this today, and they had a good point that even though he's a pretty terrible character too, the rest of the people around him are much better.
That's actually a good point.
If anything, they didn't say this. I'll say this. I'll say people even in the story even kind of enable him to a degree, like to a degree. I think because especially his girlfriend Rachel.
Well, yeah, we'll call her girlfriend. Whatever you want to say.
Girlfriend.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, more or less.
If you see the movie, you know.
Especially his friend Rachel, like, she kind of enables him a lot too, because she starts off as somewhat sympathetic as well.
But then as time goes on, you start to see that, man, she
ain't too much. She ain't as kind-hearted as you think, because she tries to hold she tries to hold something for ransom. And the thing is, the person who owns the thing that she's holding for ransom is a straight up gangster, well, they don't say it, but it's
heavily implied that he's got ties to a criminal organization of some sort. And
it'd be to the point where it's like, bro could have reached his goal in many other ways. Marty, he could have reached his goals in many other ways, but he decided to take essentially the easy way out. You know, and I'm not gonna, like I said, I won't spoil anything. But there's so many moments where it's like, if you just would have did this, you would have been here.
It would have been over.
It would have been over and done.
But
with
he don't
that.
think. That's the whole thing.
But you got to think, right? Like,
no, for real. But he's such a frustrating character to watch in the sense he's a frustrating, but he's a riveting character in the sense that people like this exist, and that's the thing that makes it interesting because this isn't the type of character that we usually get for a protagonist in a movie. So it's really interesting to watch this guy seemingly be an asshole to pretty much everybody who does him kindness throughout the entirety of this 2.5 hour.
Even
movie.
his own friends, like
100%.
Like Tyler the Creator, great.
Shout out Tyler.
Yeah, did his thing. I think he's a pretty good actor.
Yeah,
like
in my opinion, he kind of played himself a little bit.
Maybe just a little.
But
bit.
I still think it worked though.
Yeah, he was more like the self that we see now, not the odd future.
Oh, definitely not that old Tyler.
Like if old Tyler would have played this, oh man, he would have been cussing out everybody at that ping pong table,
amongst other stuff. Like
you would have said some gay shit too. Like you
would have said whatever. You would have said whatever you wanted to say.
Exactly, but I don't really got much else to say. Marty Supreme, man, I gave this a good 8.9 out of 10 as well.
I can agree with that for sure. Shit, it's a shame we didn't get to the review.
Yeah, but we got a rapid review on here too. It's under the YouTube shorts. Y'all check that out. 497 views.
There you go. Shit, it's like, humble brag, but
you know what I'm saying?
Back to my list. That movie you ain't even seen, I don't think.
Oh, I know which one you about to say.
Which one?
One Battle After Another?
Hell no.
Oh, that's higher.
Hell no.
It's higher.
It didn't even make my list. It didn't make my list. It didn't make my honorable mentions.
Word?
I'm dead serious. Dead serious. Leo, one of my favorite actors of all time, but in my opinion, this might be a controversial take. I didn't too much care for One Battle After Another when I watched it. I might have to go back and see it again, but I think it's a good movie, but I don't think it's near what people have praised it as being. I think it's extremely overrated because they're praising this movie as the best movie of the year. I don't think this movie is close.
I don't like. I haven't seen it yet, so
I don't think this movie touches what I consider the best movie of the year. But we'll get to that, of course.
All right.
But back to what I was saying. Number 6, Frankenstein.
Oh, okay.
Love Frankenstein, man. Frankenstein took me by surprise because if you already know, Guillermo del Toro, one of the premier, especially I guess you could say horror fantasy directors, really of all time.
Guillermo del Toro, I agree.
Legendary director, Pan's Labyrinth. I mean, Shape of Water, you ain't got to look much further than that. But this movie right here was only in theaters for maybe a week or so before it got taken to Netflix. But I'm glad that I made the time that I did to go and see this movie because it's an epic. About 2.5 hour long adaptation of the legendary novel Frankenstein. Mm-hmm. From what I hear, one of the most accurate adaptations to date. Oscar Isaac's performance as Frankenstein, as Dr. Frankenstein, incredible. Victor Frankenstein, one of my favorite performances of the year, easily. He's charismatic. He almost is similar to a Marty Supreme type of character in the sense that he's just a frustrating asshole to watch. He's a reluctant person to root for, but because he's so determined to do what he's trying to do, it really makes you almost root for him in a sense, or at least you don't want to see him fail. Right. So it's intriguing in that regard. But yeah, no, great performances, great costume design. Mia Goth is in there too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she does really good in that.
Word.
Yeah, and Jacob Elordi as obviously the monster. Great performance. And the highlight of this movie for me was, in addition to the visuals, seeing how the monster evolves over time, how it learns, how it becomes more than just a mindless creature as it was originally maybe intended to be. Because as we all know, the whole goal of Frankenstein is to bring people back to life. And the way that it's explored, the morality, the sort of ethical implications, ramifications, whatever have you, of basically trying to play God, it does it in a very compelling way. Really makes you, and on top of that, who is that? Christoph Waltz is in it too. Love Christoph Waltz.
Shame.
Yes, sir. Tarantino fame, if you ask me. Inglourious Basterds was really where he got his foot in the door. But yeah, overall, I would definitely recommend Frankenstein. Watched it twice, didn't get bored the second time. If anything, enjoyed the second time even more. Overall, I think that this movie right here is underrated. And it's kind of a shame to me that it didn't get a wider theatrical release just because of how good it is. Wake Up Dead Man didn't either. But I'm glad that I went and saw this movie because Del Toro, he showed out. This movie, it's money on the screen. Let me tell you. There's money on this screen. He didn't pull any punches.
Word.
Great movie. Overall, I would definitely highly recommend this one as well. That's why it made my top 10. But that's all I got to say on Frankenstein.
Well, in that case,
top 5.
You gonna like this one. You want to guess what it is?
It's not Sinners, is it?
No.
I'm about to say.
One more.
Demon Slayer?
I forgot about that. I forgot about Demon Slayer. No, it's number 5 is Weapons.
Yes, sir.
I meant to put Demon Slayer. Oh, gosh.
Hey, too late now. Shake back now.
Dang it. You know what? Demon Slayer replacing Bad Guys too. Okay. low key, but it's all right. I love you, Bad Guys too. God bless. But all I know is Weapons is easily, like, this year for
best
me.
Best horror movie of the year.
Oh, easily.
Hands down. And we seen a lot of horror this year too.
Yeah, and one of my this movie kind of made me a horror fan.
Yeah.
Because it's another kind of somewhat like not an anthology. Yeah, somewhat of an anthology.
Call it anthology to a degree. Because it's an overarching plot, but it's an anthology.
Yeah, because it follows different plots, like
different characters take lead.
Exactly, like Josh Brolin's character who played. So the movie is about
Archer.
Plays Archer, yeah. But the movie is about little plot synopsis is about a class that goes disappearing in the night.
The entire classroom. Every student but one kid in the class disappears at exactly 2:17 in the middle of the night, and the surveillance footage captures them running almost like a missile, hence the term weapons, like almost like a heat-seeking missile.
Exactly, with the arms flat out like that, and I'm just,
which is it's goofy as hell in the trailer for sure, but then when you actually watch it,
yeah, it's creepy. Yeah, it's very creepy because Julia Garner's character is a big standout because she's the teacher, and everybody thinks that she's the one who kidnapped the kid. Who's
responsible for it?
And the thing is, she's down on her luck. She's trying to get out of. She's just trying to make it through the week, essentially. Yeah. But she also wants to find out what happened to the kids as well, so that people can get off her back. Julia Garner's character, a lot of the characters in this movie are very
flawed.
Hey, thank you.
Morally.
Yeah, mostly morally.
Morally dubious.
The only one that's actually pretty like straight up and down a good guy is Archer. Because he wants to legit. He's one of the fathers whose kids was kidnapped. Yeah. He legit wants to just find his son. And Julia Garner's character and Archer, Justine in the movie, they both go try to find them together. Story wise, I love the anthology. It is also a very funny movie too.
Which that's one of the things that really made me a fan of it for sure, is that it has a very it's very scary, but it's very humorous. Right. In the same breath. It does it seamlessly too.
Exactly. It doesn't undercut the horror in it. And all the characters in here are important. And I mean all of them. Alden Ehrenreich. I said that's
Alden Ehrenreich.
Yeah, Alden Ehrenreich, who plays Paul, the cop. He's very much another one of those flawed characters. Like, he cheats on his wife with Julia Garner's character. Mm-hmm. He's a pretty crooked cop. He tries to chase down James, like another addict in the movie. And
James stole that show from me.
Yeah, definitely.
James is funny now.
James is funny, but it's also through him that we find out a whole lot more about the characters. If anything, he's
not
the
to
funniest.
Spoil it, of course.
Yeah, he's the funniest character, but the thing is, his story is also the most telling and revealing of what is actually going on.
Exactly.
It isn't until you get to the kids part of the story, Alex, played by Carrie Christopher, until you see why all of this is happening. Yeah. In the main villain, what's her name?
No, don't even spoil it. Don't even spoil it. Let them experience
Spider-Man.
it for themselves. There you go.
But also, and you see like how kind of outlandish the main villain is as well.
Oh, for sure.
You see why their motivation is like very off the wall and weird, but also understandable to a degree as well. But
Yeah.
they're very much pieces of shit too, because the thing is with them, I can't say too much, but they just do a lot of wrong in this movie other than just kidnapping the kids themselves. Mm-hmm. This was a good, enjoyable, wild ride, a very scary story. And seeing how, and Benedict Wong's character, Marcus, is another good one too, who plays the principal. What else is there really to say? We reviewed this one as well. One of
my favorite review that we've ever done.
I agree.
Ever.
I agree.
I think it's our highest view too.
One of them.
It's one.
It's up there. Like I think we got at least like 200, something like
that. 140 maybe something.
Maybe
like
it's not
that.
okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was just throwing a number out there.
I feel that, but yeah.
But no, like easily one of my favorite movies of the year, and why I love horror so.
Starting to love horror more.
I said something else. Started to love horror so much more as time went on, man.
Yeah,
like, it's just.
Because there's an art to a horror movie. There's a delicate balance to it.
Definitely. And like we said, it just balances all of its themes and tone well throughout this movie. And so, yeah, man, that was just my number 5, Weapons.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Goated pick. Okay, yeah, now, top 5. Final round. Final countdown. Marty Supreme.
Word.
Yes, sir. For all the same reasons you pretty much said. Great movie. Cinematography was on point. I would say maybe the very best performance of the year in Chalamet.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
I would say Chalamet might have been the best actor I watched this year.
And you said this after we watched the movie that the same character that we see in Dune is not the same as Timothy Chalamet we see in here.
He's been able to be one of the very few actors that, despite being very famous, has managed to disappear into each and every role that he's embodied so far. He just don't miss. Chalamet is truly one of the most gifted actors of his generation. I think he's going to go down to be a legend.
I agree.
If he keeps on this path. I would not be surprised if he won Best Actor.
I wouldn't be surprised
Which would be very impressive considering this is a very comedic movie.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a very impressive thing to do because, as we know, the Academy Award doesn't typically even nominate somebody for that kind of prestigious award for a performance that's mostly comedic, because usually it's a range of emotion type thing. But he does display a lot of emotion, though.
Definitely.
Especially at the end of the movie, too, which no spoilers, of course. But yeah, no, Marty Supreme, pretty much everything I love film for. I remember I told you that. This movie is why I go to the movies. This is why I go to the cinema. This is why I will always be a supporter of the movie theater. Mm-hmm. I will always prefer to watch a new movie on a Friday night in a theater as opposed to streaming it, because it just doesn't hit the same, man.
Right, definitely not.
Like, I just don't get that. I've just never really been with streaming a new movie. It just, I don't know, man. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say on Marty Supreme.
Bet.
Very late entry right there. Just barely crept in there and crept high too.
Yeah.
That's a testament to how good, because some of these movies have been in this conversation for me for 6 months.
Oh yeah, definitely. Ever since, really since January.
Hell yeah.
But with that being said, my number 4 is The Long Walk.
I knew it was going to be in there.
Now that is
man, you know what? That's an honorable mention for me. Long Walk is an honorable mention.
Dang, man. So with The Long Walk, you would expect this movie to be boring, because all it is,
the plot,
is the characters just walking a long way.
Hell yeah.
Long way. A really long way. But the problem is the economy's down in their world.
Shit.
Well, it's
down. It's gone.
Well, I was going to give them the benefit of the doubt. They probably had Trump as a president. Anyway, the economy's gone essentially, and it's pretty much like a totalitarian state where it's like the colonel or the major, something like that.
Colonel?
Is it colonel or
major?
Major. Mark Hamill. he's pretty
You
much
hear a lot of
the-
like Joker isms in his voice when he speaks in this movie.
yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah,
something like
exactly.
that. I don't know how that's. But anyway, back to the long walk, and it's like, and the prize is given to whoever lasts the longest. And you would think that this movie would be boring because it's just nothing but people walking, but nah, it's a pretty heavy movie to watch, like very heavy,
Exactly.
because
It feel like one of them like old, like you don't remember as a kid you read one of them young adult novels and they just feel very dreary
Exactly.
and kind of just dour.
Exactly.
That movie was like that come to life.
Exactly.
And mind you, this is a Stephen King movie too. Yeah.
So it's based on a book, so you already know. And the thing is about a lot of this is that a lot of the characters just die because it's not that if you get
Shit,
tired
alive.
you just out. No,
It's not like
they're gone.
It's not even like you get tagged you out. No, you tagged
Yeah,
as a bullet.
you did. Like if you don't hold that speed consistently, you got 3 strikes until your ass is out.
And I remember watching the movie too, not to cut you off, my
good.
fault. But it's like watching the movie and like seeing characters have to stop to like tie shoes and stuff. It's like, oh shit, nigga.
Yeah, exactly. Like
What?
like it keeps you on edge. Like
Facts.
it's like even how do you even use the restroom in there? That's one of the more disturbing parts of the movie.
Exactly.
Because you can stop, but you can't stay stopped.
You can't stop for too long.
Exactly, because and that's the most disturbing parts about the movie because they even go through how we do everyday stuff like sleeping and all. Like people are and they just
You're not
keep
even
on
allowed
walking.
to
And
sleep.
no, they're allowed
You
to
can
sleep,
but you just can't.
you can't slow down.
Yeah.
Well, you can't slow down for too long unless you out of there, bro. And that's the one thing about this movie too. And you would think that a lot of them, we reviewed it as well. You would think that all of the contestants would try to sabotage each other, but no, there's a beautiful message about friendship in this movie, about people trying to, make a better life for themselves and their families and everything. But everybody's very much supportive of each other, and that's what makes it even sadder because you already
Facts.
know one of your friends is going to eventually die if you don't, if it isn't you.
Yeah.
And that's the saddest part about this movie, but also at the same time very uplifting as well.
Because it's like you find genuine friends and genuine people in a world that's just so gone.
Exactly.
Even the asshole in this movie ends up being sympathetic to a degree.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you be thinking that, oh, well, maybe he's just trying to manipulate. But no, you find out that, he's just scared.
He's scared, yeah.
And rightfully so.
Yeah, exactly. And David Johnson is easily a standout in this movie.
One of the best performances of the year.
Yeah, who played Peter McVries. He's easily one of my favorite characters, and easily my favorite character in this movie. And it's
Me too.
same thing with Cooper Hoffman's character.
Rest in peace to his father,
Oh yeah,
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Rest in peace to him. Tut, the character's name is Arthur, but played by Tut Nuat. Another one.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
Like it's just like all of this is just sad. The only gripe I really have about it is kind of the ending because they keep it a little too open ended. To be honest, I wish the person who won this movie would have like fulfilled the wishes of the other contestants, or at least the ones that were his friends.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's hard to watch, but at the same time, and that's why I love this movie. It's hard to watch, but at the same time, it's very uplifting and kind of in heart wrenching as well. Like I love seeing the friendship in this movie. I love seeing the chemistry and the camaraderie.
Yeah.
It's just and that's what touched me the most out of it. Ben Wong's character, Hank Olsen, another great character in this movie. None of the characters really feel just like they're just there. A lot of them feel like a part of the story for real.
Feel real, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like, and it's kind of a tough watch, but that's what's so great about it. It balances those tones very well in the lessons in it, man. And it's just like that's why it's at my number 4, man.
Shit, I can agree with everything you said on that. Long Walk, I love the movie, but it just goes to show you how strong of a year this was. Because at one point, this would have definitely been on the top 10. Definitely. Easily, for sure.
Snap, who you got at 4?
4, one of your honorable mentions, matter of fact.
Oh, let me guess. F1?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Boy, and my thing is that this ain't the most deepest, most thought-provoking movie of all time, even this year.
But it is still pretty thought-provoking.
But I love this movie because, Brad Pitt, I know we throw the word favorite around. Brad Pitt is in my top 5 favorite actors. Easily.
And Damson
Damson Idris is one of the best young actors working today.
Easily.
And their chemistry alone is what made this movie worth watching for me. What elevated it. This movie isn't anything groundbreaking, but the performances, the racing, the storyline is all still solid. It just feels very epic, and it feels like a blockbuster that we don't get too much of, especially in original IP.
Right.
We don't get a whole lot of those much anymore. So when this movie came out at the very beginning of the summer, it just kind of felt familiar, but refreshing at the same time.
I agree.
It felt almost like home in a way.
One of my favorite characters in the movie was Brad Pitt's character. I like how he's just
Sonny for sure.
Yeah, you can tell he's been through a lot, and he just kind of wears that on his sleeve. He's a very chill, laid back guy who knows how to drive and knows what he's doing, but and he doesn't even get offended at half the people who call him out on his bull crap because he already knows it.
Yeah, he's not even like tripping for real.
And it's like like I said, you can tell he's been through a lot. He wears his past on his sleeve to a degree. Yeah. There's a lot of guilt there, but there's also a sense of redemption as well, especially by the end of the movie.
There's a chance that he has to rewrite history, rewrite turn back the clock.
Turn back the clock, exactly. And he has a good chance to do that with Damson Idris' character, Josh. JP, yeah. And he's like, he's essentially that newcomer, cocky, oh yeah, I can do this. You know what I'm saying?
This old nigga don't know nothing.
Exactly. Like, oh man, he ain't shit.
But it's like, who is this?
Exactly. But the chemistry, like you said, is easily the best part of this movie.
Because the plot really isn't all that, like, it's Sonny Hayes, somebody in the 90s who had a chance to be the next guy in the sport, but he crashed and he never really got a chance to have his moment like he was supposed to. Mm-hmm. And so now he's pretty much become this driver for hire, wanderer type. Yeah, like kind of wandering from place to place, from circuit to circuit, and then he's recruited by his old friend Benicio del Toro.
No, Anton Chigurh.
Yeah, nah, facts.
Javier Bardem.
Yes, sir.
Go, keep going.
Yeah, no, he has a chance to really, as I said, turn back the clock because he gets put on this team to help build it back up because his friend has ownership in the team and they're going to get cut or something like that. Yeah. Or it's going to be like, it's something like that if they don't start winning races. This is their last season because they've been losing race after race after race for years now. So they bring him in, and at first they clash, him and JP, because he's the new hotshot young kid in the league. But over time, they grow a bond and a mutual understanding because they realize they're not too dissimilar from each other. And Sonny gets a chance to live out his dream, essentially.
Right. He wins it all. Now, one thing I kind of do have a slight gripe with this movie.
Yeah.
Was the fact that it's like, why the white man had to win it? You know what I'm saying? But other than that, like, I see why it's that up there for you.
Because it's just like I just like seeing it for the sense that he got to live his dream. He got to live a dream that he thought wasn't even. It's one thing to live your dream as a kid or to live your dream as an adult, like an early 20-something-year-old. But to be all them years removed from a reality that once seemed so close, but it ended up completely out of your grasp, and then to actually live it. I mean, that just shows you that, it's the idea, the message of it don't matter how long it's been, it don't matter what your circumstances are, you can make it. You can still do what you need to do and what you want to do. And that's what I mess with the most about this movie. Plus the spectacle. Mm-hmm. Them races were intense.
Oh, definitely. That's my favorite. Those were my favorite parts of the movie.
Easily. And I think this is actually the highest grossing movie of Brad Pitt's career. So it almost kind of mirrors that in a sense because Brad Pitt been around for 35, almost 40 years.
Right.
And this is his highest grossing movie. And he's one of the most famous actors ever.
And another thing about this movie that I like is that Brad Pitt doesn't necessarily play himself in this.
Yeah. I would say that his charm is definitely imbued in the character though.
Yeah, but it's not the same kind of erratic character that you saw in like Bullet Train or in Fight Club,
or even 12 Monkeys.
Yeah.
He got a lot of different roles. He's way more underrated as an actual character actor than people give him credit for.
I agree.
Because I think a lot of time he's just known for how he looked, but that's a real deal actor. One of the most talented in his generation, easily. Yes, but yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about F1.
Nah,
fuck with it all the way around.
Definitely.
from one end of the track to back. But go ahead. Go ahead.
For my number 3. Ooh, my number 3. 7 letters. Don't count them.
I know it's not Sinners. At 3? That's crazy work.
What do you mean it's crazy work? Who even told you it was at 3? I did, because it is at 3.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
No, Sinners, I'm so sorry, y'all. Not really.
It must be some damn good
I'm
picks at
sorry.
number 1 and 2. But go ahead.
This is my opinion. This is my list.
I understand.
I love Sinners. But it barely missed out on my number 2 spot because for me, there's just a little bit of something in it that just didn't reach that 10 point for me. It's 9.9999998 for me. Still, it is a great movie.
Damn good movie.
It's a fire movie. You could almost say it's heavenly, ironically, because
Very
Sinners,
ironically.
you know what I'm saying? And Michael B. Jordan shows why he's one of the best actors of our generation.
Yes, sir.
Smoke and Stack were 2 of the standouts in this movie.
These standouts.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't even say that it's just them. That helmet kind of make it. I would say Delta Slim, Mary, everybody go crazy.
Can I finish, brother? Can I finish?
My
Delta
fault.
Slim, Mary, played by Haley Steinfeld, and
Like I
Delroy
said,
Limbo.
check on that nigga Shamik, man.
Yeah, man.
Check on that nigga, because
girl-
I think she pregnant now too.
This girl is the wife of Josh Allen, an NFL quarterback MVP.
And niggas can't even recognize Shamik Moore because outside of dope, when have we seen his face?
Yeah,
like
that's
that?
just sad. That's
But
sad,
he's got Miles
bro.
Morales though, so I mean,
Well, that's a voice acting role.
yeah, but shit, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, exactly. But like, I rock with Shamik Moore, man. So please pray for him, man. All I know, is,
facts.
ironically, because Sinners. But all I know is, and Haley Steinfeld is a part of one of the best movies of the year.
Yes, easily.
So, but like I said, Annie, played by Wunmi Mosaku, great character as well.
Very
Miles
very
Canton
strong
as
character.
Sammy is a big standout. That man can sing. You hear me?
hell yeah.
He
Yeah,
can-
and I think this was his first role actually.
This exactly was his first role.
Yeah.
Because apparently
like 22-year-old kid, something like that.
Exactly. Apparently her put him onto this.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I saw it in an interview somewhere. Buddy Guy is also in this. You know, Buddy Guy being the famous jazz musician is.
Yeah.
He played older Sammy.
Yes.
This man can't act for a nut worth a lick, but he's it's all good because he ain't even in the movie for like what 5 minutes.
Something
Something like that. Anyway, but like I said, my favorite characters easily were Smoke and Stack.
Easily.
Smoke and Stack are
Two new black icons.
exactly
Easily.
exactly. Smoke being the more cerebral character, being more quiet, more introverted, more calculated, while Stack is more the extroverted, outgoing, the gifted gab.
Nah, we cousins.
Yeah, exactly. Our boys
Yes,
twins.
Nah, we cousins.
Exactly. Like,
Boy, what?
but the thing is, you can tell they're 2 individual people the way that Michael B. Jordan plays them.
Played
Like-
it perfection.
To perfection. It's like you can see the love there. You can see the also not the hate. You can see the love. You can see the dap ups. You can see all of it is just very touching
Hell
as
yeah.
well. And the thing is, all the characters feel real and seamless.
They
Like
feel very visceral. The
Exactly.
world feels very lived in.
exactly.
Like shit, when they were trenching through that swamp or whatever, nigga, I was shit. And it was, mind you, it was spring too. Boy, I felt that heat.
And exactly. Yeah. Facts. Like it felt like out here
Yeah.
during the summertime. Like
That's what I'm
shit.
saying.
Like man, bro, walking through Mount Pleasant, bro. Like
yeah.
all up in that heat. All I know is Haley Steinfeld as Mary was also great. It was great as well. But Delroy Lindo really did steal a lot of the show from me as well,
Great
along
actor.
with Smoking Stack.
Great
as
actor.
Delta Slim. Delroy Lindo is easily one of the best actors, not just black actors, but one of the best actors of all time.
You think so?
I think so. I believe you ain't going. There's no doubt in my
He
mind.
went crazy in what was that? That was Five Bloods.
Five Bloods.
He went crazy. Literally went crazy in that.
Exactly. Jamie Lawson as Perlene was another good one. Omar Benson Miller, who played Cornbread, is also underrated as well.
Cornbread stole. Cornbread stole a lot of the show. In my opinion.
Bro, on Rocky Road to Dublin, when he just see him moving to the
Hell
beat and
yeah.
clapping.
Them folks was lit.
Exactly, and it's like the whole direction Ryan Coogler put his foot in this movie. The only reason why this is at number 3 for me is the same reason I gave it. Why I couldn't give it a 10 the last couple times.
Yeah.
It's mainly because, like I said, I feel like the marketing for this movie could have been better. But at the same time,
in my opinion, they shouldn't have revealed what the twist was. They should have alluded to it.
Right.
They shouldn't have shown you what it was.
Like, I agree. If they didn't show Stack and Mary becoming vampires,
Yeah.
that would have been cool. That would have been even better.
In my
if they just would have showed Remick being the vampire, that would have been good. That just would have been good by itself.
Yeah.
That was, for me, that was endearing all by itself. But other than that, that's the only gripe that I kind of give it. And on top of that, like the vampires kind of seem a little bit out of nowhere. Like I wish we would have gotten a little bit more explanation,
context
of like why they're here.
Because they could do kind of literally, Remick literally does just kind of show up.
Exactly.
In one
And
scene, literally
I mean,
does.
they're chased by Native Americans, and that's it.
Yeah.
And the Native Americans don't show up again in the movie.
Not at all.
But that's the only reason why it escapes my number 2 or 1 spot.
Okay.
Just that's really literally just it. Brian, that's something about Ryan Coogler movies that always is like it's always a number 9.999999998.
Coogler has already made 2 of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, same. But it's just
Easily.
like, but this is still one of my favorite movies of all time as well. It's just that's just the only thing that bothers me. But other than that, like, what else is there to say? This movie better win some type of an Oscar.
If it don't win, there's a problem. There's a sickness.
Especially with the scene in the club,
Yeah.
in the juke joint. That one scene, if y'all know it, y'all know it. But yeah, man,
Shit,
like
I'll elaborate on that for sure.
go ahead.
Shit later on.
Oh yeah, I know where yours is.
I'll
I know where
elaborate.
it's number 1, ain't it? Exactly. So there we go. That's my number 3. Sinners, man.
My number 3. Let me get to it. Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba,
And that is my
The Infinity Castle.
That would have been top 5 if I would have remembered it.
Nigga,
Frick.
what?
Frick.
Infinity boy, when I tell you, let me tell you.
Go ahead.
When I watched this movie, admittedly, Demon Slayer was not one of my favorite shows. I had only watched up to the first half of season 1. I saw this movie. I immediately went back and finished the series. I'm caught all the way up. Demon Slayer has become one of my favorite modern animes. I see why it gets all the praise that it gets. The animation is different.
I think one thing that helps with it too is that it's not necessarily grounded, but the main characters are pretty grounded.
Yes, definitely. And I will say that this movie was great in the sense that obviously it's the very end of the series to a degree. There's one more arc after this. But this is like the beginning of the end. This is the final stand against Muzan. And this movie really worked well for me because I'm not going to lie, when I was first watching it, it was just kind of a boring, I don't want to say boring, but it was more of a generic shonen that was really taking a lot of time to get to where it needed to go. But this movie and seeing how everything turned out made me want to go back and watch the show to see how did
they get to that point.
How did Tanjiro get to this point? How did Zenitsu, how did Inosuke, how did all of them come from being more sort of these timid, shy, not really knowing how to really operate exist in this world, to now you got Tanjiro yelling in the very first scene, Muzan, I'm sending you to hell, nigga.
Boy, what?
Boy, that thing gave me chills, boy.
Bro, I love that movie.
And Muzan saying, just try it. Oh, nigga.
Bro,
Muzan is a goated villain. Muzan is
yeah.
one of the greatest villains in modern times.
He's one of the best, one of those villains that you love to hate.
For sure. Muzan is well, my favorite Demon Slayer characters for me is you got Muzan, Tanjiro, and my favorite Demon Slayer character, you already know, Tengen. Tengen, my favorite.
Killjoy was always mine, bro.
Tengen flashy, man.
Yes, sir.
As he says. But yeah, no, Tengen is easily my favorite, without a doubt. But I'll say that the art, the animation, it just feels so distinct. It feels so purposeful. And it's a 3-hour near movie, and it doesn't get boring whatsoever.
Yeah.
It doesn't in any way, shape, or form feel like, it may be to a degree, it feels like it drags. It's the classic Demon Slayer formula. They fight a demon, and then after that, they sort of reveal their backstory, how they became a demon. This is one of my favorite backstories in the series so far. Akaza, Haokiji. Definitely one of the most heartfelt. And it really makes you almost sympathize with somebody that you really hate because spoilers. I mean, this been out. He killed easily mostly everybody's favorite Hashira, Kyojuro.
Yeah, that pissed me off.
That thing got me for real. And I knew he was gonna die when I watched it, but it still got me.
Yeah, it got me too, bro.
Definitely.
Kyojuro
was goated.
Like, easily one of my favorite characters in Demon Slayer all time. Like, he's in my top. He's at least in my top 3.
Yeah, because Kyojuro's in my top 5.
But that fight was Zenitsu versus his. I don't think it's his cousin. I don't think they have any familial tie. Well, yeah, they do, right?
They under the same dojo.
They're under the same dojo. Okay, cool. So, like, that was easily my favorite fight. I knew that was going to happen. I knew it happened.
Yeah, and seeing Zenitsu boss, because if you watch the Hashira training arc, literally all the way up until he receives that message, he's still that same scared Zenitsu. So to see him boss up the way that he did in this movie and really turn into one of them and use damn lightning style the way he did, or lightning breathing, thunder breathing. Yeah, my fault.
Yeah, it's all good, but exactly, like, seeing when he gets that letter about that dude. Next thing you know, he sees red and just went go.
He just goes insane.
I'm just like, I was ready for that fight, and when I saw it, I was like, get this nigga, get him. And I'm just, and that's what, because I knew this was gonna happen, because I saw like some of the scenes before, like some of the manga panels before, and I knew he was gonna come out with the 7th form, but just seeing it and seeing how, like, I like that the thunder breathing isn't all powerful without all of them together, all of the techniques together as they put in the show. Because the thing is with Zenitsu, if y'all don't know, Zenitsu can only do one technique. Yeah, well, 2 now, but he can do.
Technically
2 now.
He can only do 2 because this is his own version. This is like he can only do the first form, and now he can created his own.
Yeah, exactly.
And one of my favorite scenes in the series is when Tanjiro actually borrowed thunder breathing. And he used it, which Hino Kagura, that's the GOAT for me right there.
Yeah, exactly.
I love every time you say that, this shit is just satisfying. I love water breathing, but that's more Gyu's thing in my opinion.
Now him and Gyu versus Akaza
was nigga. What?
That might be my favorite fight.
And one thing about Demon Slayer that I love is how they make you feel like they earn these fights. They earn these victories. Like them versus Daki, because you remember when Tengen is like on the ground, his arm is gone, and you know, oh no, hell no. But then when he gets back up against Gyotaro, nigga, that's when Tengen was officially my favorite, easily. Because to show that grit in that situation, and he got 3 wives too, so he's doing something right.
Yeah, stupid.
Facts though. But Infinity Castle, man, what goated animation, goated story, especially if you were a fan for real. And it really turned my perception of Demon Slayer around. I love Demon Slayer. I can't wait. Because this is supposed to be the second of a trilogy. So, God willing, we get the next movie next year. I need it next year. Facts. I can't wait. Facts. I literally cannot wait. Especially Muzan. Boy, Muzan, they need... And my thing is that really watching it, it's crazy because it's like, if they were that hard to kill, if it was that hard to kill lower level demons, imagine what that nigga Muzan is on. I almost don't even want to think about it for him because that nigga right there.
I kind of know. I somewhat know what's gonna happen, but I won't say.
I don't want to know a single.
I'm not gonna tell you.
But it is heartbroken. It is definitely heartbreaking with the movie.
Oh my gosh, yeah. With what's her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the bug breathing bug. Yeah, that hurt me.
That killed me because it's like I really was rooting for her for real, and for her to lose to the same person that killed her sister.
Yeah, and now her apprentice is starting to get at him too. But
now,
yeah, hopefully. Like, and that's the saddest thing about this movie, about this show. But why I love it so much, they treat the characters like human beings against a tougher opponent. Like, it's not like Dragon Ball, where it's not like Dragon Ball or like My Hero. Well, not even My Hero Academia, but it's not like Dragon Ball or like Naruto, where this one character has all the power in the world. He just don't know it yet. No, Tanjiro is definitely is a main character who has talent, but he don't got all that power in the world.
Yeah.
You literally see the climb
up. Work for that thing, man.
Exactly. And it's like, that's why I love this so much. Because when you see him win, it feels more earned. When you see Goku win, it's still cool. But with Tanjiro, it's like, we're along the journey with him.
Literally got it out of the mud. Like, I'm talking from the dirt.
Exactly. Like this man saw his whole family, but his man witnessed his whole family's corpses as he was like, and it's just like, and that's the saddest part, but also the most rewarding part about it, because we're along with this on his journey with him. And that's why it feels so fulfilling when he wins. Like, all I know is that Swordfish Smith Village arc, I was waiting for that little Upper Moon 4 to get his shit kicked in. Because this man was getting on my nerves with all them clones, and no, I didn't do it. Nah, get this mother, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I just, ooh.
A point taken. We needed to just do a separate Demon Slayer video at one point. But yeah, no, that's all I got to say about Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Infinity Castle. Part 2, please, I need it next year. Now you're under your second.
My number 2, I switched them. I had to. I did it before, but I'm starting to think I should have put Sinners at number 2 now that I think about it.
Okay.
But I'm gonna stick to the rules.
Okay.
My number 2 is Predator Badlands.
Really?
Yeah. That's why I feel like I should have put that at number 3. But it's at number 2 for now. I'll probably just switch it while y'all ain't watching. You know what I'm saying? But I realize that Sinners is a better movie than Predator Badlands. And it's like, but it's still kind of close for me. So Predator Badlands for me was like everything that you said about it and more. Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed like the message in it about not being defined by what your father or what your other peers might think of you. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about the movie that I love the most was the fact that that Deck kept losing, but he kept adapting. He would get knocked
his ass
down.
whooped.
Yeah, he would get knocked down and get right back up again, because the thing that he was trying to kill,
essentially,
it's like, I won't say it.
But one thing I do love in the movie is that, was that Thea?
Thea.
Yeah, she brings up the fact that you got to work with the planet. Or it's gonna work against you.
Exactly, and
that's my favorite thing. He learns the planet. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like the end of a game where you've like upgraded all your skills, and everything that you learn is being put to the test against that final battle.
Exactly, and it very much does feel like a video game, because even in the beginning he loses everything. He has all his weapons, but they're gone. Yeah. It's like Kratos in God of War 3. You know what I'm saying? He has all this stuff from God of War 2. He's very fully upgraded, but then eventually he loses everything, and then he has to get it out in the mud once again. And I like that he has the same Predator armor, but it's of the world, of that world, and not from his. You know what I'm saying? And it just showing his growth as a person, rather than just another weapon just made for killing. You know what I'm saying? That. And especially at the end when he kills his dad.
I mean, shit.
Well, now.
Yeah, he do.
And then Spider-Man shows up and saves him.
And not only do we kill him, my God.
He lets that nigga have it.
Cut his arm off and everything.
Yeah, because the thing about that dad
which makes sense.
That dad was a punk, bro.
You said he was a coward.
Yeah, he was a coward.
Because every single time he's on the rope, he just used that cloak.
Exactly. It happened with his brother in the beginning of the movie, and then the same thing happened with Deck. Because his dad, he would get on the ropes, like you said, like we said. He just uses that cloak, tries to go invisible. Nah, big dog, I got the ship boosters with me now.
Hell
boom,
yeah.
Now you ain't going nowhere. And then he just like cuts his arm off, like you said, and then next thing you know, he's just like, you know what? See, you did a good job, son. Now just untie me. So I'm
Shit.
like, man, please, you killed my brother. Fuck you. I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
facts.
I'm just like, excuse my French, y'all. And it's just like, yeah, bro. That's why I love that movie so much, because in the action, like you said, the action in it as well. I love the character development, and that the Predator is the Yautja now is finally seen as a person rather than just another not prisoner of war, another weapon of war, a weapon of just to kill, just to survive, because this big society says so. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's about it for me.
Okay.
That's for my number 2.
I got you. My number 2, what movie that you already said?
Sinners.
No.
Oh,
Weapons.
Weapons. Okay.
Boy, a huge horror fan. A lot of great horror came out this year, but none embodied it and made me love. And none was as much a representation of why I love horror as much as Weapons.
Right.
Weapons, to me, is almost like a perfect film.
Almost, yeah. It definitely.
Great, unique plot, very memorable characters, great anthology, great cinematography. I ain't even gonna lie. The whole time I was watching that movie, I'm like, man, shit, I wouldn't mind living in this community. Aside from this shit going on.
So you want to go around running with your arms
Shit,
up?
no, other than that, I wouldn't mind it. It was a cozy behind community. If you really look at it.
You want to look
Hell
like that?
no. But yeah, no. but overall, yeah, no, great performances. Some of my favorite performances. Like you said, the characters are very morally, they're very morally shaky.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't necessarily give you a reason to root for most of them, but you still do because you still want to see the mystery get solved.
Now, another thing I meant to say was the cinematography was really, really good in this.
Hell yeah.
Really good. Like, it looked great.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Like it looked like I could step outside and that's how it would look. You know what I'm saying? It looked like a real town.
Exactly.
And then
it felt like one.
And then even at the end, the ending chase scene,
that thing was funny.
Like it was funny, but like I said, it didn't take away from the tone of the movie.
And that's when I was just getting to that. The humor in this movie, I think that this movie is almost as funny as some of the best like comedy movies that have come out this year, in my opinion. As far as the well-placed like humor, as far as the mastery of how it's used, for sure. Because I feel like this movie does a really good job of making things funny without taking away the tension and kind of making fun of the absurdity of the scenario, kind of having fun with itself, kind of being on the nose, very tongue-in-cheek. That's something that worked very, very, very well for me. This movie, in my opinion, should get an Academy Award nomination, but I highly doubt it because it's horror. But yes, Weapons, second favorite movie of the year, one of my favorite horror movies of the decade. Definitely need to watch it again. And yeah, I can't give enough high praise to it. It really, really is truly one of the best experiences that I had in the theater this year.
100%.
But that's all I had to say on that now. Yes, sir.
My number 1. Is it your honorable mention?
Okay.
Want to guess?
Nah, no.
Yeah, just take one.
Not Avatar. Shit. What did I have? I had Final Destination, but I know that ain't in it. I can't tell you.
It's all good. Number 1 for me, my favorite movie of the year personally was Mickey 17.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah,
I really loved Mickey 17. I think it just, for me, I just love the sci-fi element to it, and in the fact that it's all very much a cohesive film.
Yeah.
Cohesive, nice sci-fi, a nice different look on sci-fi, because we always get those type of story arcs where it's like a planet is dead, a planet is dying,
something like that.
But it's different. But this time it's different. This is just another guy, Mark Ruffalo's character, who's kind of like Donald Trump in a sense.
Yeah.
He just wants to move from the Earth just so he can have his own place to call home and his own planet, so that he can rule with an iron fist. And I kind of like that totalitarian regime type of feel to this movie. And
very well shot. Pattinson, ever since I seen him in The Lighthouse, has become one of my favorite actors of his generation. Extremely underrated actor.
Exactly, and because people mostly just know him from Twilight.
But I mean, if you really pay attention, Pattinson can act.
Yeah, definitely. And this is the biggest example of that. One of the biggest examples, other than Batman. But this is one of the biggest examples of that for me, because he has just kind of like how similar to how Michael B. Jordan had to in Sinners, he plays two different versions of himself as well.
Yeah,
Because he plays
aspect of the
Mickey
movie, yeah, for
17
sure.
and 18. 17 being more this kind of timid, quiet. First of all, Mickey, who is called an expendable in the movie, where he dies over and over again, and they bring him back because he's essentially takes all the jobs and all the assignments that nobody else wants to do because they'll die.
Yeah.
And because of that, that's why he's called Mickey 17. If y'all didn't know that. And Mickey 17 being more this quiet, kind of timid,
18 is the exact opposite.
Exactly. 18 is a loud, aggressive, brash, all up in your face, don't take no stuff, you know what I'm saying? And it's like very much kind of like Lobo is ironically enough. But in the dynamic between them is very much, is almost to me almost as compelling as Smoking Stacks is to a degree.
That's an interesting comparison. I like that.
In my opinion, and just from Robert Pattinson carrying this movie is why I loved it so much. And not only that, just like the world and how this one guy, like I said, Mark Ruffalo's character, how he tried to make the rest of the world seem like a desert wasteland planet full of nothing but monsters, but in actuality, they're the aliens and the natives of the planet. Kind of similar to Avatar, but the natives of the planet are actually cool.
Yeah.
Because even in the beginning of the movie, when Mickey falls through the hole, the main creatures of the natives of the planet actually save him.
Yeah,
But he doesn't see it as them saving him.
I gotta rewatch
because
I gotta rewatch it.
Yeah, but because he's so down on his luck, he thinks that they're just like leaving him out in the cold or just abandoning him. But nah, they actually saved his life, and it has a nice message about community and how it's important to have good people around you. Stephen Yeun's character played
Damn good.
Timo did a really good job, but he's also one of those other punk characters too that's like just uses you just so that to save his own skin. He's the reason why Robert Pattinson's character Mickey even became an expendable in the first place.
Hell yeah.
Because they got him in a bad deal with some gangsters or whatever.
Yeah, that's right, man.
And then
his supposed best friend.
Yeah, his best friend leaves him out to dry because he's an expendable, right? This movie teaches you to cherish the people to cherish people in general.
Yeah.
Because
and your life, really.
It cherishes your life and people in general. Kind of like similar.
Because at the end, they terminate the expendable program.
Yeah, exactly. They terminate the expendable program, and Mickey 17 just becomes Mickey Barnes.
Yeah.
Which he's always been Mickey Barnes, but yet he's now one person, and it's good to see that lesson in this movie, especially in a time like this where people are like, especially when it came to COVID, and people are unfortunately going to the Lord left and right, and it's just like, yeah, cherish the people you love, cherish people in general, but especially the ones you love. Tell your people you love them. No time to waste. Give them roses in public. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I really loved and resonated with this movie so much, because we've lost a lot in the past couple of years.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? And that's why this is at number one for me.
Okay. You know what number one is. We know what number one is.
Oh, I got you, bro. I got you.
Do you?
Yeah, I know what you did last summer.
Forgot about that movie.
Yeah, no.
Number one, it was unquestionable. Sinners, not just my favorite movie of the year, one of my favorite movies of the decade, one of my favorite movies ever. Sinners is, in my opinion, a new modern classic. Sinners is a goated, is Ryan Coogler officially cementing himself as the most prominent black director of all time, really. It's not just definitely his generation, if not of all time. I would say that it established him in that elite few Hollywood directors that now has the ability to do basically whatever he wants, and they're going to give him the budget. He's basically, him and MBJ have become the new Scorsese and De Niro, where everything they do should have eyes paid attention to it. Because Sinners, first of all, Smoke and Stack. What can you even say about them two?
Favorite characters.
I will say Smoke Stack was originally my favorite of two, but I think Smoke, rewatching it for me, Smoke became my favorite.
For me, it's like that Riley and Huey comparison.
Where it's kind of like you kind of have them together. That's what makes it really what it is.
Exactly, because Riley being more of like the fun character, the people that like a lot of people like, but Huey and Smoke being the characters that are kind of the most important.
Yeah,
Well, not even kind of.
definitely. Yeah, Sinners. Obviously, there's really not much left to say. It hasn't already been said.
Yeah, that's why I had to switch it just now.
It
It's my number 2 now, not my number 3.
It's golden. It just great movie, man. I love it. It's the reason that I go to the movie theaters. It
Exactly.
gave me everything that I wanted it to be and more. And I just think overall, it's just why we go to the movies, man. It's why this podcast exists. Just,
Exactly.
the love of film, and it just embodies it. The cinematography, the action, the vampire shit, which I love personally.
Right.
And just overall, it's just a great movie. Just great experience. I don't really have much to say about Sinners. That hasn't already been said, honestly. So that's pretty much it for me.
Yeah, well, with that being said, I've been Jay.
It's been Rodney.
We're LATD. We hope you enjoyed the video. We got more ones to come. Happy New Year. And yeah, man, look at the details. God bless y'all. Peace.